Today on Dr. Phil, 2 teen girls, 2 pregnancies, 1 boy.
He's 18 and he has 2 kids.
You're now a mother at 16, and now you're pregnant. Seriously, mothers, have you not talked to these girls?
A wake-up call for parents.
I knew they were having sex, so I was buying them condoms.
Your 16-year-old daughter is having sex with this boy, and you move him into your house? You can roll your eyes all you want, lady. It's your daughter that's pregnant.
It's teen mama drama and tempers flare.
Selfish?
I'm selfish?
Yeah.
You can't keep it in your pants and I'm selfish?
You go on every day about money.
That is my mother, so you need to shut up.
Let's do it. If we're going to do something here that matters, then we got to deal with the truth.
Have a good show, everybody. Here we go.
If I can help get this family back on track, are you willing to do that?
Ready, 3, take.
This is going to be a changing day in your life.
Go, Dr. Phil.
Well, today's show is a wake-up call about teen pregnancy. Now, this is a show no parent can afford to miss. 1 out of 6 girls will become teen mothers this year. 1 out of 6. If your daughter's got 5 friends, one of them's going to be there. My first guest is one of those girls. She got pregnant when she was only 15, and to make matters worse, her family, surprise, surprise, cannot stand the father. Take a look.
My daughter Autumn is 16. She is raising a baby.
My daughter's name is Emma. She's 2 months old and her father's Tayton.
Tayton was 17 years old when he got Autumn pregnant. He turned 18 3 weeks later. He just barely skated by without it being statutory rape. If it had been up to me, he'd be in jail right now.
Tayton is a cheater, and he's a liar. He has cheated on me more than 6 or 7 times since we have been together. Almost all of them have been my friends. He cheated on me when I was pregnant, and he cheated on me 3 times after she was born.
This whole situation has completely ripped our family apart. I felt very betrayed that Autumn got pregnant at such a young age. I'd done everything I thought I was supposed to do.
I feel for Tayton in a very confusing way. I do still care about him and I do still love him, but Tayton can sit there and tell me he loves me and I'm the only one, and then can turn around and have sex with other girls.
I'd like to let Tayton know that you can't have your cake and eat it too your whole damn life. It's ridiculous. It's a really hard thing to go through. I still have a hard time trusting her, and that trust is gone.
Even though my family doesn't like him and doesn't approve of him, if he did change, I wouldn't mind being with him.
If it were up to me, I wish Tayton would just fall off the face of the earth.
Okay, so you don't like the father of this baby?
No, I do not.
You got no use for him?
Absolutely not.
Is that just because he got your daughter pregnant, or is he just, in your opinion, not the best citizen in the world?
It's because he got her pregnant and because he does it with other girls and thinks that it's okay.
Do you really like this guy?
Yeah.
Are you in love with him?
Honestly, I don't know anymore.
Well,
There's just so much that he does that can make me love him, but then there's so much that he does that just makes me can't stand him.
well, what is it he does that makes you love him?
He's just, when he's sweet to me, he's so sweet, and he can be funny, and he's so good with Emma when he's around.
Well, what's the sweet? Well, give me the sweet part of this. What's
Like,
so sweet?
He treats me good.
What,
like-
like how?
He stands up for me against other people. He's there for me when I'm crying or when I need him to be. I mean, he does things for me that normally other people won't do, like open doors for me, make food for me, just courtesy type things to where he can just be really sweet.
Was he there and supported you throughout the pregnancy?
No.
So that would be on the things he doesn't do
Yeah.
that make it where sometimes you can't even stand him. How's he doing on paying child support? How old's the baby now?
3
How old's
months.
Emma? 3 months? So how's he doing on paying child support?
He doesn't.
He doesn't pay child support.
No.
Did you do this on purpose?
No. Oh, no. No.
Well, don't act like, how dare you ask?
No.
Because I know last time I checked, there were things you could do where you didn't get pregnant. Like not have sex. That would be
Yeah.
one thing you could do. You could use protection, all sort of things. So one of you either wanted to get pregnant or didn't care.
we weren't together, and I was on birth control, and about a month before this had happened, I skipped a couple of days. And we weren't supposed to see each other the night that I conceived Emma, and then it happened. And I thought that my birth control would have been in effect, but you have to wait at least 2 months for it to be in effect, and I only waited a month.
Do you take any responsibility for this at all?
I take responsibility for it. I should have been more careful, and I should have known what I was doing, but
How old were you when you started having sex?
14.
14. Why?
It's a good question.
Was it with him?
Yes.
Okay, and you didn't prosecute him because?
At the time, they were getting along really well, and honestly, I went and put her on birth control, and at the time I said, no, I'm not saying this is okay, go have sex.
Have you had sex with other boys?
No.
Just him?
Just him.
But he, on the other hand, is not so discriminating.
No.
Because he has sex with other girls. How many girls were in your class?
14 this year.
And how many were pregnant?
At least 9.
There's 100
9
and
different
something
ones.
kids per class in the high school. And
Okay, it's like 100 and something kids and
so
14.
about 400, 500 kids. And there were 14 pregnant girls.
14 pregnant girls. Did anybody get together and say, you know, why don't we chat about this?
We don't even have sex ed in our school anymore.
They don't teach them about it. I thought that I had taught them enough about it. Her dad is just beside himself. This is not okay. It's not okay.
Perhaps he should have been beside her instead of beside himself, and she wouldn't be pregnant. That's the issue here. So you started having sex when you were 14. You got pregnant at 15. You're now a mother at 16. And he has sex with other girls.
All the time.
All the time.
All the time.
But yet, you say, well, I'd still be with him. All right, Tayton says he knows that Autumn's family wants nothing to do with him, but he says he doesn't care. Take a look.
I try my best to be a good father. I don't pay child support because I'm not employed right now. I've been trying to get a job. I've been working with my friend for free for the past couple of weeks, hoping to get a job. I don't care what Autumn's family thinks about me. I'm the type of person, like, if you don't like me for who I am, then go find someone else to like, because I'm not changing for anyone. This is me. Autumn's mom is already trying to take control of Emma, and I can't stand it. It aggravates me so much, but I can't say anything about it because Autumn doesn't want anything bad to happen. She doesn't want her mom to take me to court, make me pay child support. That's why I keep my mouth shut. I know what I would say to her mom. I'd tell her to quit being so selfish and quit doing what she's doing because she's gonna wind up in jail if she keeps it up. Autumn's father has threatened to kill me. He's threatened to beat me up, and I've held my tongue through it all. My biggest regrets would have to be cheating on Autumn. Right now, my relationship with Autumn is on the fritz. We've been getting into arguments a lot lately. I'm willing to do just about anything to get Autumn back. You know, I love her.
Okay, Tayton, I appreciate your being here. You're 18.
Yes.
And you're 16.
Yes.
And you started having sex with her when she was 14.
Yes, when we first started dating.
Why did you get her pregnant?
I didn't plan on getting her pregnant. You know,
Well, I didn't ask you planned on it, but I said you did. Did anybody say, you know what, time out here. I don't know that I'm protected here and you're not using a condom. Come on, somebody needs to think here. Did y'all have that conversation or was it just the heat of the moment?
It was pretty much just the heat of the moment.
The heat of the moment. And where did this happen, by the way?
My friend's brother's house.
Your friend's brother's house. Mm-hmm. And where was her brother?
There.
Oh, he was there. And was it like scoot over or what?
No.
What do you mean was there?
He was at his house. We were outside.
So you had sex at his house, but not really at his house. You had sex outside. Were you in the yard or were you in the car?
In his truck.
You were in his truck.
Mm-hmm.
So you got pregnant at 15 in his truck. Mm-hmm. Are you in school?
I graduated last year.
You graduated. So what are you doing with yourself?
Just right now trying to find a job. I've been helping out my friend at Mike's Detail, just hoping to get a job there eventually. And
So you don't have a job?
No.
Who pays for your truck?
I don't have a vehicle or anything.
So that wasn't your truck?
No, at the time, it wasn't my truck.
Okay. So now you don't even have a car?
No.
So How do you get around?
I either stay the night with my friend in town and then ride with him to the work, or I find a ride into town to go to work with him.
Okay, so you don't have a car, or are you living with your parents?
I live with my grandparents.
Living with your grandparents. What did you do when she told you she was pregnant?
At first, I was kind of in disbelief, I didn't really believe it. And then, I got off the phone with her, and then her dad called me, threatening to kill me and all this and that kind of stuff. And I was just like, okay, well, it's real then,
But you kind of understand,
Yeah.
right? I mean, she's 15 and you got her pregnant.
Yeah, I do understand.
But now, you got her pregnant, but then y'all kind of broke up. You weren't together. You weren't around during the pregnancy, right?
I was there more towards the end of the pregnancy.
But you started seeing other girls
Yeah,
and having sex with other girls.
yes.
Well, one of Tayton's girlfriends is here. You won't believe what these former friends have in common. We'll be right back.
My family does not like Tayton at all. They think that he's lowlife, he's deadbeat, he's useless.
The thought of Tayton makes me physically ill, like I just want to vomit. Tayton seems to get a thrill off two girls fighting over him. He's got an ego problem. I don't want this monster near my daughter.
Even though my family doesn't like him, if Tayton changed and it was obvious that he changed, I wouldn't mind being with him again.
Autumn is easily manipulated. I don't want Tayton to have anything to do with Autumn. The best thing that he can do for her is just to leave her alone. And maybe someday she can find a good boy that's going to be good for her and Emma.
Well, that was Michelle talking about her 16-year-old daughter, Autumn, who just had a baby with Tayton here. Now, Tayton is one of Mom's least favorite people in the world, and her dad is threatened to kill him. So now, Autumn isn't the only girl in her small town who has dated Tayton. Her former best friend, Caitlin, did too. Take a look.
My name is Caitlin. I'm 16 years old. I'm pregnant, and Tayton is the father. When I told Tayton that I was pregnant, he was angry.
Caitlin was extremely upset. She'd lock herself in her room and you could hear her cry. All parents dream of their child graduating high school and then off to college. When I heard the words, "Mom, I'm pregnant," I just saw all those dreams slipping away.
My family does not like Tayton at all. They think that he's lowlife, he's deadbeat, he's useless. He was denying the kid was his. He didn't want to have anything to do with me or the kid. He flat out told me that I was ruining everything.
I'm absolutely furious over the fact of Tayton denying this child.
He doesn't want to deal with the fact that he's 18 and he has 2 kids.
The thought of Tayton makes me physically ill, like I just want to vomit. I can't stand him.
Tayton told everybody that I was just a whore.
I do not want him near my grandchild. Tayton seems to get a thrill off two girls fighting over him. He's got an ego problem.
Even though Tayton cheated on me and lied, there still will always be that little spot in my heart for him.
My biggest fear is that Caitlin will not let go of Tayton. I don't want this monster, this thing, near my daughter.
Well, we're talking about teen pregnancy today, and I kind of have an all skate here because I've got Michelle, who is the mother of Autumn, who had a baby with Tayton. Now, she's just 16, got pregnant when she was 15, had a baby with Tayton. Okay, now I've added Dana and Caitlin. Now, Caitlin, you guys are former best friends, but you also started dating Tayton, and now you're pregnant. 3 months?
Yes.
3 months pregnant. You don't have much use for him
No, I do not.
because you think he exploited your daughter.
Absolutely.
And now she's pregnant and you don't feel that way. Okay, when this all started playing, this tape piece with Caitlin, you got very emotional. Tell me what you were thinking and feeling.
I just don't know how
someone can do that.
Someone who do what?
I don't know how you can say you love someone and get someone pregnant, tell them you don't believe him, you want nothing to do with him, tell you get an abortion, get an adoption, whatever you have to do because he was with someone else at the time, realizes I'm pregnant, has pregnancy scares with all these different girls, and then gets someone else pregnant and then leaves her to try and come back to me.
So it's him you're frustrated with?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
You actually don't think it's your child. I understand. So you might be mad at him for more than what he's guilty of. I mean, he did have sex with your daughter, that's true, but he may not be the father.
Oh, he is.
Would you hope he's not?
Oh, God, I hope he's not. It'd make my day.
Yeah. You found out you were pregnant the day after these two got back together, right? So these two patch it up, and then the next day you find out you're pregnant. Are you mad at her?
Yeah, I've always been mad at her. I've always been kind of mad at her, but I'm more mad at Tayton because he should have known better. I was
But
pregnant.
she was sleeping with her best friend's boyfriend.
That had gone on for about a year before any of this had happened anyway, so I kind of coped with it at the time. I wasn't more so mad at her than I was at Tayton because he had already gotten me pregnant. He had had numerous scares with her, like, why can't you be responsible?
The problem here is we have children having children. And children don't know how to be adults. And being a parent is a very adult job. It requires maturity and sacrifice, intelligence, wisdom, experience, all things that none of you three have any, even a passing introduction to. You know, a lot of this could be solved if you could just keep your pants zipped up, right? Because what happened? You got pregnant and you couldn't find him with both hands, right? Somebody tell me what it is about him. As a guy, I don't get it. I mean, I don't look at you and see James Bond. And I'm not trying to be rude. I mean, look at me. I've been bald since I was 12. You know, you were attracted to him, and are you attracted to him now?
I can't quite say that I am now in the whole, relationship kind of way. But at first, what it was he was really sweet, nice. Whenever he was around, he was around. And I mean,
because he was nice? I mean, if somebody just says, hey, you look nice today, can I open the door for you? That's the threshold? That's what it takes? Seriously, mothers, have you not talked to these girls?
We talk, but girls
Do their fathers not make them feel special? I mean, seriously, what is it that some guy is just not rude? And so it's like, hey, he was nice to me. So tell me, how did you accidentally get her pregnant?
Well, there was an accident and everything, but her mom actually was okay with it. She was allowing me to live in the house with him, the same bedroom, buying us condoms and everything. And just one
And
night.
how did you get into my house, Tate? And I want to hear the story.
I mean, how did I get into your house?
What'd you tell me? What'd you tell me?
That I got in a fight with my grandpa and needed a place to live.
All right, now tell us the truth. Tell us the truth. No, it is not. I'm
Then what
talking
is
to
the
your damn
truth,
grandparents.
Opal? What is the truth?
What do you mean, what's the truth? You sat there and you lied. I talked to your grandparents. Your grandparents said, well, we tried to talk him out of it. What'd you do? You said, I don't have a place to live. I have nowhere to go. No one will take me in. Well, I shouldn't have.
When I walked out the house with my grandparents, he told me if I walk out, I'm never coming back.
I don't give a damn about your grandparents anymore. I don't give a damn about you.
I don't give a damn about you either.
Good.
Or
even.
you,
Oh, that's,
especially
I don't
you,
really
selfish.
care, honestly. Who's selfish?
You.
I'm selfish?
Yeah.
You can't keep it in your pants and I'm selfish?
You go on
you get
every,
two girls
you go on
pregnant?
every day bitching about how you ain't got no money because you overdraw yourself $30.
Are you
How mad you
serious?
are? That is my mother.
You
so
are
you need
crazy.
to shut up.
Stop touching me, Kate.
I don't care who the
You know where you're going when we leave.
All right.
When I drop
Everybody
up
just
to face the
calm
area,
down.
I'm
You
taking you
will.
with
You
me.
will.
Everybody just
I'm taking you
calm
with me.
down.
Whatever. You're threatening me?
You need to shut up.
On
right
national
now.
TV, you're threatening me?
Like you haven't threatened me before.
All right,
I never
time
have.
out. Time out.
Not me.
Hey. We'll be right back. Your 16-year-old daughter is having sex with this boy, and you move him into the house. Roll your eyes all you want, lady. It's your daughter that's pregnant. If I can go back to you, you made a conscious decision to move him into your house,
Yeah,
knowing
unfortunately,
he was having sex with your daughter?
I knew they were having sex.
I'm sorry?
I said I knew they were having sex. She told me. He admitted it. So I was buying them condoms. I was making them, I was hoping they were using the protection.
You moved him in. How old were you?
I was 16.
Your 16-year-old daughter is having sex with this boy, and you move him into the house.
He moved himself.
Oh, come on.
I want to tell you something. The situation that we're in right now, yeah, they had sex. Yes, she is pregnant. Yes, I made a bad decision because I thought that his grandparents kicked him out of the house.
I don't care where they did it,
Unfortunately,
they
did
didn't.
not.
But then just own that. Don't try to defend it. Just own it.
I'm sitting here saying, yeah, I did let him move
No,
in.
you said yeah after the fourth time I asked you. You can roll your eyes all you want, lady. It's your daughter that's pregnant.
I know
I'm trying
that.
to get to the bottom of this so we can maybe keep this from happening again.
I'm fully aware she's pregnant. There's nothing. Look.
Tell me what it is that you are righteously indignant about right now.
Absolutely nothing. I'm pissed off at the point. My daughter's pregnant. I'm getting chewed out. Yeah, okay. I'll let him move in. Bad decision on my part. I have
Okay.
been living with that mistake.
Okay, then put a
for
period at the end
months.
of that sentence and we can move on. I moved him in, bad decision, period. Right? You don't need to contextualize it. You don't need to defend it. It was a bad decision, correct?
Yes.
Okay, that's all I'm asking. All right, now, Tayton may be the father of both of these babies, but he doesn't really want to be with either of these girls, apparently. But we're going to find out whether, in fact, he is the father of this baby. Yes.
Just a second. All right, you just said that I did not want anything to do. Straight up, that's a lie.
You want to be with her?
Yes.
But you weren't there when she was pregnant.
No, I was. That was my mistake, all right? It's
But
life.
now you
It's
wanna be with her.
Let me finish, please. It's life, okay? Everybody makes mistakes. You make mistakes every day, all right? You're not perfect. No one's perfect. Okay, yeah. I've made mistakes throughout my life. I've made poor choices. Some of them I regret making. Some of them I don't. I regret cheating on Autumn. I regret ever doing anything wrong to Autumn. I regret it.
Yeah. Do you regret just telling her mother to go herself?
No, I do not.
Okay, then you are childish.
No, I am not childish.
Yes, you are childish. You say that you are in love with this girl and you want to be with her and you disrespect her mother, then somebody didn't bring you up right, boy, because that is stupid.
Her mother disrespects me. Her whole family. Whole family disrespects me.
Okay, well, would you like to know if you're the father of this baby?
We're gonna find out sooner or later, so why not now?
Do you want to know?
It's like I said, we're gonna find out sooner or later, so
All right,
why
well,
not
we're going
now?
to take a break. When we come back, I'm going to read it.
Right now, Tayton has no home, he has no job, he has no phone. He is pretty much living off of other people.
The boy has no common sense. He is stupid. He seems to be retarded. He's just got emotional problems, a very bad anger issue. I am afraid that Tayton can hurt Caitlin.
Tayton is trying to deny the baby is his, and when people ask him, he simply says, the kid's not mine. I know for 100% that Tayton is the father.
Caitlin's cheated on me at least 4 times. I've told Caitlin straight to her face that, yeah, there's a chance that your kid could be mine, and there's a chance that it's not. You know how many times you cheated on me. If the baby's not mine, then I really don't have anything to say to Caitlin.
Well, that was 16-year-old Caitlin and 18-year-old Tayton talking about whether he is the father of her unborn baby. Now, we wanted to put an end to the uncertainty, so we sent them to the DNA Diagnostic Center, and they took a new non-invasive test that determines paternity using blood samples. It is completely safe for the fetus and the mother. We didn't want to do it any other way, but we wanted to know. You want to know. Everybody wants to know, right? Do you want to know? Well, the probability that the father of your baby is the father of her baby is 99.999%. So, in fact, you are the father. So what do you think about that?
I knew the truth the whole time, that he was the father the whole time. So it's not a shock to me.
What do you think about it?
Why are you so stupid? I don't understand. You don't do this to people that you say you care about. It proves that it's a crock of
You have some major responsibilities here.
I do.
So I would recommend that you grow up in that chair and start finding out what needs to happen here to meet your responsibilities.
I know what needs to happen. I need to step up. And that's what I plan on doing. I grew up without a father in my life. I had my grandfather there, but I never had my father.
You have 2 children. You got one here, one coming. You have no job, no car, no prospects. So something needs to happen to change this. You've got 2 pregnant, you've alienated them both, you've alienated both of their families, and you are defiant and belligerent towards them because they have the audacity to be critical of you, when the truth is you are guilty of serious wrongdoing to their children. You are older, these girls are younger, you ought to know better. And so they are upset with you. And they well should be. And I haven't heard you apologize. I haven't heard you take any responsibility or accountability. All I've heard you do is have a smart mouth and get in both of their faces.
All right, Michelle. I am sorry for the way I've been acting towards you and treating you and being disrespectful. I apologize for that.
Thank you.
Well, let's take a break here. Caitlin says that she had to drop out of high school. She accuses Autumn of being the reason why. We're going to find out why these two are creating additional drama in an already train wreck of a situation. We'll be right back.
I was being bullied. It was a pack of people saying, you need to commit suicide. I'm going to break your legs. I was scared to go to school.
Autumn and Caitlin's feelings towards each other, the last time I heard was that they wanted to rip each other's heads off. They hate each other because of me. I've had a past relationship with both of them. Let one thing go from another, and I ended up cheating on Autumn with Caitlin.
Well, Caitlin claims that Autumn is the reason that she dropped out of high school. She doubts that they'll ever be able to repair their relationship. Take a look, and then we'll talk about this.
I had gotten pulled out of school because of harassment issues. I was being bullied to the point to where I was scared to go to school. There wasn't just one specific person, it was a pack of people. Autumn wasn't the one that was doing all the harassment. She was the ringleader, she was just sitting back and watching as everybody else did it. She would tell them, this is what happened, and I don't like what she's doing. Some of the things that they were saying to harass me were, you need to commit suicide, you just need to get out of the way and get it over with. I'm gonna break your legs. If you show your face in school, it's gonna end badly. You'll be lucky if you'll be able to walk tomorrow. I was so scared that I just had dropped out of school.
Is that true?
Yeah.
What do you want to say?
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean for things to go that far. I really didn't. I honestly didn't think I had that big of an impact of so many people at our school, and I really didn't mean for anything to go that far for you.
I mean, I'm such a forgiving person. I want with all my heart to say it's okay.
It's not.
I want to have the friendship that we did have, but it's hard. And I know that that in the situation that we're in now, it's going to be really hard. And I've always felt there was always some sort of competition between me and you because of Tayton.
You can see here why children shouldn't get involved in adult behaviors like trying to be parents. Now, there are some cold hard facts that any teen having sex or about to have sex needs to know, and here they are. It's the #1 reason teen girls drop out of school. Less than 50% of teen moms graduate from high school. Less than 2% of teen moms earn college degrees by the time they're 30. Okay, so what we're telling you is if you punch that ticket, you have chosen a direction in life. Less than 2% will get a college degree. 25% of teen moms have a second child within 24 months of the first one, which is why I am saying to you two what I'm saying. And the chance that he's going to be involved statistically is very, very little. And the cost of raising an infant from birth to age 18 is $250,000. In 2010, the typical two-parent family spent about $12,000 a year on their kids. That's what it costs: doctors, clothes, food, housing, all that. All right, we're going to take a break. Now that we know that Tayton is the father of both Caitlin and Autumn's babies, can these teens get along? They've had problems in the past. They may be important allies for one another right now. We'll talk about that and what happens next when we come back.
If Caitlin's baby is mine, I'm gonna try and be there and help out and buy diapers and wipes and all that stuff for the baby and be in the baby's life. I'm not sure how I would balance being a father to 2 different families. It would be very hard to do, but I would try my best to do it to the best of my abilities.
The way that Tayton treated me before we were dating, we were really close. He treated me like no other. He would say really, really nice, sweet things.
Down the road, if it did get to a point where Autumn was dead serious about not wanting to be with me, I might think about being with Caitlin again.
Well, we recently learned that Tayton is the father of Caitlin's baby. Now we need to figure out how everybody can get along. Autumn is saying, if Tayton would change some, I'd like to be with him. Then she found out that he, in fact, is the father of Caitlin's baby. Now she just heard him say, well, if it doesn't work out with Autumn, then I might be interested in
Glad I'm your back
Caitlin.
burner.
Hold on. Here's the thing. I would think about being with Caitlin again as a friend. Because right now, I try to talk to her, she gets mad at me. So I can't have a friendship.
I got mad at you because you lied to me about it.
I did not lie to you about it.
Bull!
You asked me about it and I told you. I told you straight up, yes, I was talking to her.
You lied to me about what you said. Caitlin had to tell me.
I didn't lie to you about
Yes,
what I
you
said.
did.
No, I didn't.
Did you flirt with her? No, baby, I didn't.
I said nothing. Yeah, I talked to her, but
What
I
am
did
I
not.
gonna get for my birthday, Tayton? Oh, you'll just have to wait. and see.
Okay, hold
a
on.
friendship.
Stop.
You wanna come hang
okay,
out?
so hold on, because I'm not giving you 5 minutes of my life I can't get back. You have an undivided loyalty right now to your child. I mean, that should be first, second, and third on your list. You should have undivided loyalty to your child. And the fact that you go from 0 to just yelling and screaming in like 1.2 seconds tells me that this is a highly toxic relationship here. What he had regard for was what felt good in the moment. And he did what he wanted to do when he wanted to do it. And now you two have wound up pregnant, and he can pick up and go right on with his life. But you are going to have a baby hanging on your leg for years to come. Look, you have these 2 girls pregnant right now, and for some reason you feel an attraction to getting back re-engaged with them, and that's not a healthy thing to do right now. if you rekindle a relationship with him right now, it will be at your baby's expense. That is not the thing for you to do right now. He is not prepared to be in a committed relationship. You are not prepared to be in a committed relationship. You are children. You should not be, and that sounds funny. You mean I can't be in a committed relationship with the father of my baby? No. He is not mature enough to be in a committed relationship. You are not mature enough to be in a committed relationship. You need to focus on your baby right now. You don't need to be dating someone. You don't need to be having sex with someone. You don't need some boy telling you how cute you are. You need to focus on that baby, and you need to measure your self-worth as a function of how reliably you're taking care of that child. Do you hear what I'm saying? That means you need to get an education, you need to get a skill, whether you go to college or you go to some kind of trade school. You've got to do something so that you can provide for your baby. You don't, it's not your parents' responsibility. And I have no doubt that they're going to help you because they aren't willing to see their grandchild and their daughter under a bridge somewhere. And they don't want to lose you to a Tayton by default. So they're going to provide you a roof, they're going to provide you support, they're going to help you, but you need to help yourself. And the last thing you need to be doing is trying to re-engage with Tayton or any other boy. And you're dating some other boy, look, you're kind of caught up on the dating, okay? When you choose the behavior, you choose the consequences. They come together. The consequence is right now that you don't have a dating life. That's the last thing you need to be doing now is dating some boy at school. You need to be focused on getting completed your education and figuring out how you're going to take care of this child. It is not your mother's responsibility. It is yours. And do not count on him to do it, because I'm telling you, the odds are that is not going to happen. And you may surprise me, and you just may pony up and take care of both of these kids, and I'll be proud of you if you do. Unlikely to happen. You need to do a lot of growing up, and that takes education. It takes instruction. And maybe you two can do this together, because I'm going to make those resources available to you. I'm going to get you some professional help that is going to guide both of you along the maturity path in a way that is going to prepare you better to be a mother. And you mothers have made some serious mistakes, but God bless you for standing by your girls. There's no mistake in that. But at this point, pursuing a relationship with Tayton is irresponsible. You pursuing a relationship with either one of them is irresponsible. You need to focus on you. You need to get your legs up under you. You need to get yourself a job, get yourself an education, get yourself a trade, do something where you have the ability to impact these children. They're going to need health insurance, they're going to need clothing, they're going to need all sorts of things, and it's your job to contribute, and you can't do it working part-time for a buddy. And if that means you've got to move where the jobs are, then move where the jobs are, because you don't need to be in a relationship with these girls right now. They need to focus on their babies, and the last thing you want to be doing is getting over there and feeling lonely and music's playing and you have sex again, you wind up pregnant. And you are highly fertile after giving birth. Let me assure you, you have a lot of work to do. We'll be right back. I want to thank all of my guests for being here today. I said up front, parents, that I wanted you to hit record because I really hope you'll sit down and see what the reality is of being a pregnant teenager. This is a lifelong commitment. And what you do now can determine the outcome for these children. Decisions you make, actions you take in the early innings often determine the outcome of the game for these kids. Personalities are pretty much formed by the time they're 5 years old. Their core traits are ingrained by the time they're 5. So you can't screw up the first few years and then get traction. You got to grow up now. And I understand you had stuffed animals on your bed just a few weeks ago, but now it's a bassinet and diapers. And that takes a big shift on your part. Thanks for being here. So long.